All right, we're here in Studio One. It's Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day. I'm gonna make a song here, and this time I'm starting to get into this loops tab because it sorts per the instrument or the style, and you could actually change how you want things sorted. It's kind of cool by the type or the vendor, character, that kind of thing. I was usually just digging into files here and going into sound sets, but I need some good electronic drums, so I just went into basically drums, EDM, electronic, and it opened up my options. So let's see if there's anything cool in the drum mix here. Okay, I like that. I want to add a little bit more to it though. I want some hi-hats. That might sound cool with our beat. Let's bring this up to like a 126 or 127. And loop it. And play this along with it. Nope. Okay, I like that one, but I don't like lots of things about it. It's a little too harsh, so let's EQ it. Let's bring these down. Let's open up the side channel here and chuck an EQ on that. Let's get a little bit of the harshness out of it. There we go. Let's get the lows out. We don't need any lows. Bring the gain down. Let's bring it up a tad, and let's just get a nice mix going in there. There we go. Perfect. All right, so now that we have some cool drums going on, let's go into instruments and let's try something new. Let's go into our VSTs. Do I have anything in Falcon? Let's try Falcon. Falcon, if anybody doesn't know, is a beast of a synth. And do I have the Falcon factory library at least? Let's see what we got. I do. So at least let's use the Falcon factory library. It is a beast. And if you're a synth builder and like to create your own sounds, this thing is badass. But let's see what we got going on here. All right, let's program a pattern with that in. We could always change the sound later. So let's get a pattern going with the bass on G. Now you might be wondering why I picked G. It just sounded good when I was testing the presets. I just like to revolve around when I do testing on different keys, which one really hits me. And for some reason the G just sounded good. So let's do a couple G notes in there. Let's get rid of this on the sides, create some room for us. Let's get rid of the browser too to create even more room for us. We'll go like this. Let's see what that does. All right, we're getting there. Let's try it again. Shorten these guys and let's duplicate them. And now it's time to bring in some instruments. So let's see what we got in Kontakt. Do I have anything in Kontakt these days? Hopefully at least I got the Kontakt factory library. Yeah, There's some good stuff still in the Kontakt factory library. Let's go to, how about synth lead? I don't know what this is. Let's try it. Okay, not awesome. Let's see what's next. Not awesomer. That's pretty cool. Let's see what we can do with that. I'm going to lower the volume a tad on that guy. Let's try that again. All right, let's do an arpeggio. I think that's what we want. That's actually cool right on its own, so let's keep those chords. We'll lower them a little bit. Maybe chuck some reverb on them. So does Kontakt have any cool reverb? Let's see if we got it. There is Master Effects. Let's see what this reverb sounds like. We don't have too much control over it, but what the hell. All right, cool. And I'm going to duplicate the complete track. Does that put an extra instance of Kontakt in? I do not know. Yes, Kontakt 2. Good. So we should be able now to arpeggiate this mama with arpeggiators under Instruments, Note Effects, Arpeggiator. And what I would like to do, I'm going to solo it, and we're going to create a pattern length that's odd. We don't want to do anything normal like 4 or 8 or 16. Let's do 13, and let's pop out some of the notes out of it so it gives us an interesting beat. And let's just hear how that sounds. Maybe 2 octaves. There we go. All right, let's take this opportunity to open the mixer back up and put some effects channels in there. Effects channel 1, you guys know, room reverb, my favorite. And then effects channel 2, analog delay. Taking off? All right, guys.
Have a good one.
Same to you. Happy Thanksgiving. It's my Starbucks buddy. I'm like part of the family now. All right, and so now let's get rid of the mixer with F3. Let's open up F4, and let's add some sends to this mama here. There we go, FX1, FX2. Let's solo it in here. And I like that sound, but I want more attack on it. So let's see if we can get some more attack. Excuse me. And we can, sorry, because here's the attack. But it's already set to 0. That's interesting. All right, well, let's try mixing in the, see, in the synth in the Kontakt factory library, there's actually 2 synth engines. I don't know if they're so much engines, but they're sample players or whatever. And we could mix between both of them. Let's just see if we could get a little different of a sound coming out of it. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. I like that. That's pretty old school, like EDM-y. I'm going to take the volume down a little bit. Oh, that was the tuning. I want to do that. Let's take the volume down a little bit. And let's hear how it sounds. Cool. All right, why don't we just duplicate everything here? Because I want to start off with this. And I want to then bring this in, and then bring in the rest of this stuff. So we have a little bit of a song here. All right, now I have to admit, the arpeggiator sounds cool on its own, but it doesn't sound good with that drum and bass beat. So let's rearrange the arpeggiator so it just kind of fits into the groove a little bit. So I'm going to play this, and I'm going to adjust the arpeggiator. So let's open this up and go to our note effects, which are hidden in here. Oops, what did I do? Okay. There's our arpeggiator, and let's adjust these notes that we took off. All right, we're getting better. Now, the thing about the arpeggiator, it's a little too flowy. There's too many effects on it. So I'm going to just kill the reverb completely on it and maybe just keep the delay, and let's hear how that sounds. So let's go back up here and open this guy up, and let's just kill the reverb completely. Just turn it off. And let's make the release a little lower. There we go. There we go. Okay, we just added a little dirt to it, a little chorus to it to spread it out. And that opened things up for us, so it doesn't really sound bad now. How do we add a couple frills to this to just get a good build up in the beginning? And let's bring these farther to the left. Let's get two more of just these guys. This way we can do some slow build-up automation right to here. So why don't we let's put an effect in, let's put the auto filter in on Kontakt, and let's automate the cutoff. So it's basically low in the beginning, all the way up to here. And then I want to turn the auto filter off when we get to here. So that's cut off that we automated. So let's go back to auto filter and go to bypass, so we can automate the bypass. So it's going to bypass it when it gets to here. And let's hear how that sounds. And one cool thing too is we can even automate these guys. Check it out. So 15 is where we want it to end up, the delay. So let's right click on this and edit the automation of that. So it's at 15. That's where we want it to end up because we like it there. But we could really jack it up here and do a kind of a build up to it till it gets really high here. And then same thing with the reverb. Let's edit the automation. Okay, we like where it is there in the mix, but for the intro, we could do one of these. And let's just hear how this sounds now. Neat. Okay, I think it sounds neat. The only other thing I want to do now, we're getting fancy here, let's automate, or let's put a Pro EQ in here. Let's put the Pro EQ at the top. And again, this is just for the intro. We want to start off with a low pass. No, high pass. Anyway, whatever this one is, I want to automate this guy. So we can right click on there, automate him. And we want it to be really low in the beginning. And when we get to here, we want it to be like that. And then we want it to be completely off again here. But we could do the same thing where we bypass the EQ as soon as it gets to this point. So let's go to the Pro EQ. And let's automate the bypass knob so that it is EQ is totally off when it gets there. And let's hear how this sounds. There's the EQ automating. Good. It doesn't sound, look at all that automation we got. It's pretty cool, right? So it doesn't sound amazing now, but we're gonna throw in a couple little frills. So let's go into loops. Let's do a search. Why don't we just go into files and we do a search for riser. And let's hear how this goes. No. We want to sweep up. How about a sweep? Alright, let's try that. Alright, we're going to do a sweep here, and we're just going to keep the volume low so it's not crushing us. And let's see what we got here. And a crash cymbal. I need a crash. I need a good crash. There. Ooh, that one was... They're both good. So I'll put both of these guys in. And I'll pan one to the left and one to the right. So this guy will pan to the left, and this guy will pan to the right. And I want to put effects on this one. So let's do reverb and delay. And let's just hear how everything sounds together now, because we have not listened to that in a little while. I think it turned out pretty good, guys. I'm kind of happy with that. Let's hear it one more time. Pretty neat. All right, that is the Starbucks. Ooh, can I use the name? Just a coffee shop session of the day. Hope you got something out of it. I'll see you next video.